Welcome back, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, as always, Brad Drake, and this is my AWA Save. Today is a special episode where I'm going to show you how we're setting up for the next big tour batch. Obviously, we have concluded the previous tour batch, the previous feuds, with the conclusion of Super Sunday 2. So now we have to go back through our roster and make some changes and add and take away however we see fit. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to release some wrestlers. Okay? I have gone through. Oh, come on, don't pull this again. Okay, there we go. So you can see the upcoming tour. So you have to fill 3 of these cells. So what I do is I go through, I copy and paste, I copy the sheet that has our roster, and then I plug in the names to create the feuds and everything else how we'd like, and then there are names left over. So in this case, and again, this is ridiculous that I have to do this every time. I don't know why this does this way. In this case, we did have a couple names left over, Billy Robinson, Steve Olszanowski, and we're going to place them in special appearance baby faces, and also Sheik, Adnan, LKC. So we'll still use these guys. They're just not on the tour, if that makes sense, which is not uncommon with pro wrestling companies. They have people that they bring in and use, but they're not using them every single week. Okay? So, the first order of business here is we are going to release Rip Oliver, Jamie West, Vivian St. John, and Alan West. And there's a couple different ways that we're going to do this. So what I like to do is check to see what their contract is, because the safest way to do it is to just manually expire their contract. Okay, so here's Vivian St. John, and it looks like we had her under some kind of contract here, maybe a written, I'm not certain, so she'd be around for another couple months. We're going to let her go. So Vivian St. John is going to be gone. I'm cutting back on the female talent we have. We don't need to carry as much female talent as we did before. So here's Jamie West, and she's in a similar situation. 72 days left on her contract. So I must assign these women to a 1-year deal. Okay, so Jamie West is now going to be released also. So now we have Alan West to worry about and Rip Oliver. So I think Rip Oliver is on an open contract, and he is. And then let's see about Alan West. I think he's the same way. You know, Rip Oliver ran his course. We don't need to have him around anymore. Same thing with Alan West. Alan West we are going to release. He's just under an ongoing contract. So he is now gone. Alan West is gone. And then Rip Oliver should be the same way. It is. So he is now gone too. Now there's nothing against these wrestlers. We just don't have a place for them right now. So you might as well let them go, and they'll sign for somebody else if somebody else wants them. It's that simple. So we have released everybody we need to release. We're good on that. And now we're going to start building some storylines. Okay? So we can get rid of all our old storylines. De Beers and Simmons is staying. Duncombe and Lawler is done. Fernandez and Zank is done. Hall and Hennig, what a great feud that was, is done. So as you can see, that feud ran from November until February. So it was a good long feud. Iron Sheik versus Slaughter, another great feud, is over. Martel and Richter is going to be over. Michelli and Combs, which never really got any steam, is over. Oliver and Summers against the Midnight Rockers is over. Regal and Royal continues. If you notice, we did not have a title match at Super Sunday. Saito and Zabisco versus Bockwinkel and Stevens is over. Slater versus Backlund is over. And Wojciechowski versus McDaniel is over. Okay? So, let's take a look at our new storylines now. Oh, you can see just the tip here. And I can't find it. All right, there's store right here. Okay, so we are going to create Slaughter and Hennig as our top feud. So that's right, Sergeant Slaughter is going to be chasing Curt Hennig for the World Heavyweight title. This is going to be interesting. And that's just how we'll write it up. Just like that. Sergeant Slaughter is chasing Curt Hennig for the World Heavyweight title. There's Sergeant Slaughter. There is Curt Hennig, and this one is ready to start. Okay? So let's take a look at our other ones. We have Dick Slater and Scott Hall that are going to feud. Dick Slater, not Slaughter. Jeez. Okay, and there is Dick Slater. And there's Scott Hall, so that one is set. Now, we're going to also have the Russians and the Fabulous Ones. I'm just going to say the Russians and the Fabulous Ones are in a heated feud. So we have Soldat Ustinov. Well, Sheik Adnan LKC is definitely in there. And then we have Soldat Ustinov. I can't do it that way. Never mind. There's Boris Zhukov. We'll put him in. And then, of course, Stan Lane and Steve Keirn. All right, so that one is started now too. And then now we have to make sure they're aligned properly. So Stan Lane is aligned with Steve Keirn. And then we're going to add a worker into the feud. It's going to be Sheik Adnan LKC. Add as supporting role. And he's going to be aligned with Boris Zhukov. Okay, so that one is set. Let's see if there's anything else here. I don't see anyone other here that's really important. Larry Zbyszko and Jerry Lawler are going to have a feud. Remember, we're going to lose Lawler here soon. We're going to have to redo his talent trade. And when that happens, we'll have to re-put him in this feud. This would be one heck of a feud. There's Zbyszko. And there's Lawler. So that one has started now too. Bobby Duncombe and Nick Bockwinkel. Yeah, we could make that a feud, and so could Summers and Gagne. Here we go. So we just have it say that Bobby Duncombe and Nick Bockwinkel are in a feud. That's all. That one started, and I forget what the other one we said we were going to do. Oh, Summers and Gagne. And all we write is Doug Summers and Greg Gagne are engaged in a feud over the World Television title. I have a feeling this is going to be a good one because Doug Summers could go. But this is the first time we're going to see him on his own here. He's been part of tag teams since we got started. All right, so that one is booked now too. I don't know if it's necessary to have a lot of feuds, but I think they just make things a little bit more fun. All right, the Midnight Express and Midnight Rockers are going to feud again. And I like this because now we have the Midnight Express exclusive to us. All right, we're just saying here that the Midnight Express and the Midnight Rockers are battling over the World Tag Team title. So there's Dennis Condrey. We'll get Randy Rose on there. And of course, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. Of course, I'm a little bit nervous here in a couple months when these 1-year contracts start expiring. And we're going to add a worker, Paul E. He's going to add his support role. Of course, he's with Dangerously is with Condrey and Rose. Of course, Marty Jannetty is with Shawn Michaels. You have to do these with your storylines, folks, in order to get them right. All right, here's another really cool feud. Another one I'm looking forward to is the Iron Sheik and Bob Backlund. Iron Sheik and Bob Backlund are in a heated feud. Want to talk about really freshening things up here, folks, huh? I think this is cool stuff. All right, we got another awesome one here is going to be Fernandez and Wahoo McDaniel, which was a real feud just a few years later than this. Manny Fernandez and Wahoo McDaniel are engaged in a bloody feud. That's exactly what their feud was. There's Manny Fernandez. There is Wahoo. And that storyline has started. Saito and Stevens, I don't think is necessary. So I think that's going to do it for us on the creation of feuds. So we can go ahead and take this back. And a couple other things that we have going on here is we are going to have Medusa Michelli turn face. Okay, let's check to see if she's managing anybody. I don't think she is. I think she's not showing that she's managing anybody. So that's good. We're going to turn her baby face. She was a good baby face. We are also going to turn Nick Kanichke. He's going to turn on Johnny Rich. And they're going to wrestle against each other. And we'll set that up soon. And then, overall, if you just take a look at the screen here, you can see the fresh tour. We got some pretty hot matches on there. I really look forward to this. We trimmed down the ladies roster, so every lady is wrestling at least once a week here. Vivian Vachon's going to chase Sherry Martel for the title. And a lot of cool matches here. I'm not going to go over every single one of them. Ooh, look at this. We got a double match here with the Terrorist and Scott Steiner. And I already cut those extra wrestlers loose. So here's what we do here, folks. We go back and we can plug right in here Steve Olszewski versus Sheik Adnan Al-KC. So there we go. We solved that problem, didn't we? And actually, it should be Terrorist and Scotty Steiner should be before that one. That's why you double check here, folks. And we just double checked and we found it. So that's it. We got a hot tour getting ready to start here. Of course, we have a couple spot shows. We're going to try to make up for that one lost show. So we're actually going to do 3 spot shows this week. And then we're also recording Major League Wrestling this week in Canada. So I got to lay out that TV taping too. So it's a busy week here in the game world, but it's an exciting week. It's always exciting when the new feud starts. So let's take a look at the titles. Title check in here. So we're getting ready to be March, and Hennig has had the title since October. So one more month and he's got a 6-month reign. And Nelson Royal here has had the title since May. So he's had it for quite a while here, and he's been a really good champion. Of course, the Rockers have had the title since October, and Greg Gagne since December. Then Sherry Martel has also held the title since October. So what we'll do here is, for events, our next event is going to be Wrestle Rock 88. So Wrestle Rock 88, to do this right, would now be the 3rd week, and keeping it on a Saturday is just fine, in May. Because here we are in February, so February to March is 1 month, March to April is 2 months, and April to May is 3 months. So that'd be the 12 weeks needed for the next event. So we'll go ahead and adjust that. And there we go. That's when Wrestle Rock 88 will be. All right. I think that's going to do it for us here, folks. I just wanted to show you this. We can also adjust our spreadsheet, which we should. So now we can take Olszewski and plug him back in. And we can also plug back in Sheik Adnan Al-KC. And we may actually pull Al-KC off of that once Kevin Kelly is healed up and ready to come back. All right, that's it for this episode, folks. I hope that you look forward to this upcoming touring schedule as much as I do. It's exciting. This is always fun to start fresh again, and I think we got a good system figured out here, and I think it's going to go really well. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Give this show a like, and share with your friends. Sharing is caring, and you can help us continue to grow. Also, if you would like the Supermod 7.0, go to braddrake.net, drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to send you a link over to the Google Drive page where you can download the picture pack and the database. And last but not least, join us on Facebook. We continue to grow every day. Everybody's sharing their saves, talking about their saves. It's a lot of fun. Facebook.com/groups/1987 Supermod. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.